Day of virtual middle school. I hope you all have been enjoying your time away from school and staying safe, practicing social distancing, washing your hands, and keep taking care of each other. So some of you might remember this presentation from the very, very first day of school. I have updated it and changed it to meet our fourth quarter needs. So that's why it says welcome to virtual middle school. So some things have not changed. We are all still your teachers. So Ms. Martinelli and Higgins, myself, Miss Morrow, and Miss Lopez are all still here and ready to help you learn as we move forward together in this new format of virtual school. So the first day of virtual school, report directly to Google Classroom on Monday morning. Make sure you review your posts in your Google Stream and look over your classwork assignments, tour the class materials, and bookmark certain things that like the Six Blue virtual frequently asked questions page and your learning guide. So when you log into Google Classroom, most of you already know this, it starts usually on your stream. So this is the Google Stream. Some of you have noticed that I've been updating and posting things during spring break and the week before it. And so you can look through all of these different things when you get a chance. There will be more things that are also announced. So you can see I have a saved announcement for you. When you check out your classwork page, you're going to see a bunch of different things. You're going to see office hours and general information. Still have one more thing in science we need to do before we move into social studies and with ancient Greece. So you'll have both your notes section and you'll have your Greek assignments as well. So make sure you check out Google Classroom and make sure you check it out frequently. As we move back in, we'll get into some of what the virtual learning guide is in just a little bit. The first day of school, don't worry, this is new for all of us. We'll be successful if we ask questions, especially when we get stuck. In Six Blue, I really feel that we have the advantage in this situation. We learned a whole new science program this year and the computer. We've used Google Classroom before during social studies in quarter one, so we can do this virtual learning thing too. You have your advisory teacher still, so it's a good person to reach out to and ask them questions. If you get stuck or you have a general question, your advisory teacher will also be checking in with you. So if you're in my advisory, we already have a Google Classroom, and so I will be posting some things in there too for us to do. Your assignment notebook looks a little different. It is now called your virtual learning guide. The whole school has the same document, so make sure you look on the Six Blue tab so that you don't get confused and do the wrong work. This will be updated each week and will be sent out to you on a Friday, and everything will be updated on Friday in Google Classroom, and all of the work is due the following Friday. So this is under our classwork tab. Under that, for me, it's under my office hours and general information. So right here is our Six Blue virtual learning guide. So this is your new assignment notebook. Good place to get all your information. Again, everything will be posted on Friday and then will be due the following Friday. Tardy policy. You are expected to be in the classroom fully prepared and ready to learn once the bell rings. Just kidding. You can work from anywhere at any time. You do not have to log in at a specific time. However, all of your work is due on Friday or it is considered late. So all work is due by Friday at midnight. Tutorials, they look a little different and they're now called office hours. How you're going to sign into office hours is through a Google Meet link, and this will allow us to have a face-to-face conversation over the computer. We'll be able to ask questions and answer questions in real time. We'll also be able to talk to anyone who signs up and signs in at that time. So make sure that if you have a question or you want to get some extra help, make sure you come to office hours. That link for office hours is again under our classwork tab. My office hours are on Tuesdays from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and on Thursdays from 10 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock in the morning. So if you want to talk or ask a question, make sure you sign in during one of those 2 times each week. Do you have to stay for the whole time? No. If you have questions, you can ask them and then leave. So you can come at any time during that hour, but make sure that you come during the time with enough time to answer your questions. But don't sign in right at 3 o'clock to ask a question. Infinite Campus is still being used. This is where your grades will still be posted. It's also where missing work will be posted. So please make sure you're still checking Infinite Campus for your final grades in social studies and in science. You can still do retakes. So retake policy has been in effect all school year. If you get a D or an F on an assignment, you can retake it. You might have to do some extra practice or corrections. We'll have to have some kind of meeting either via email or by Google Meet so that we can make sure that we figure out a way that we can retake the information that we're both okay with. In social studies, we started in quarter 1 and we're then now moving into quarter 4. So in quarter 1, we looked at map skills in the Stone Age and Mesopotamia. In quarter 4, we're going to study and work with Greece and with Rome. So these are the 2 units that we're going to focus on during this virtual learning, and we'll be starting with ancient Greece. My classroom expectations for you is that you check the stream in Google Classroom regularly, so at several times a week, if not daily. Assignments will be posted under classwork, and so are the resources. There's one resource in particular that I think that you should really look at, and that's going to be under where it says Ancient Greece Notes and Resources. Ancient Greek Information, this is a website that I created. I linked the textbook pages that we'll be doing and PowerPoints or slide presentations that we'll be using and other internet resources that are a good source. So it's kind of like one-stop shopping. So if you have a question, go here first. It will save you a lot of time in the long run than just doing a generic Google search for the information. Make sure that you read the directions of all the assignments and make sure that you are using school appropriate language in all of your communication. So that means that if you're typing a comment in Google Stream, if you're responding to a comment, a private comment on an assignment, or you're sending an email, if you wouldn't have said it in class, please don't type it. And also please remember that if you are writing in all capital letters, that means that you're yelling. If you wouldn't have yelled it during class, please don't yell it in a written message. When sending an email, make sure that you have a subject and then write the question that you have in the body of the email. It makes it easier to sort through and find things when 80 of you are all sending questions at the same time. And then lastly, for classroom expectations, what's being assigned via Google Classroom is not any different than what would have been assigned if we were meeting face-to-face in school. So this is no more work or less work. It's the same. It just looks very different. My expectations for you have not changed at all. I always expect you to do your best. I always expect you to try first on your own. If you try on your own and make a guess and you're right, great. If you make a guess and it's not so right, that's fine because you're going to learn more from making that change in your thinking. Ask for help. Now more than ever, ask often and ask lots of questions. Don't wait for the whole week to go by and feel stuck and frustrated. Make sure that you ask a question so we can help you out. I expect you to try and to learn from reading and from doing and from writing and then rereading and rewriting and redoing. The more you try, the more you learn. So try it again, read it again, and then you'll learn more every single time you make that attempt. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your learning because I'm never going to give up on you. So I look forward to seeing you in Google Classroom and during office hours as we start this journey of fourth quarter together. All right, we'll see you all on Monday. Bye-bye.